My company is Crystal H Technology Screens. We're going to be doing a very interesting demonstration. Can a gray screen paint mix produce a contrast level? Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because we have other people out there who make gray screen paint products too, but none of them make the claim that their product can produce a contrast level equal to a black screen. Now, we're not talking about shades of gray. We're talking about equal to a black screen. And most importantly, can these gray products produce an image that will allow our screens to become dark, like, dark black spot on the screen? Will they produce a higher level to actually turn our screens actually unnoticeable, unwatchable, unseeable? So what we're going to be using in this demonstration, we're going to be using my Christie 505 projector, big boy projector at around 5,000 lumens, 1920 by 1080p. And we're going to do some demonstrations here to see whether or not its great products are a waste of your time or basically a waste of your time. So anyway, some people may say, well, Ken, aren't you in the process of developing a silver screen? Yeah, silver, not gray. Two different forms of technology. On top of that, like I said, the great technology we're developing under the silver is not going to be to go toe-to-toe with any of the black screens we have in here. It's going to be pretty much a little under that technology because, like I said, black screens can produce contrast and color, where silver screens can't produce that. They can produce a much more brighter and more vivid white level, but if the black screen is also doing that also, then there's no point in basically the silver ever existing. But we're developing a silver screen due to the fact, like I said, I have customers that still want to favor the older technology, but like I said, older technology, and that's why we're going to develop one. And like I said, we're going to develop one. It's going to be much better than these gray untested products out here on the people that are selling. All right, so let's fire up the projector. I might have to raise my Christie up a little bit because I have that one set to fit the 235.1. Make sure my buttons right on here. You guys hit my buttons right. And I gotta find which one's going. Oh, this is going through my PC. All right, cool. We get to run through the PC today. Makes it a lot easier for me. Yeah, I gotta bring my screen up a little bit. And let's go over here and let's grab this. Here. Get my computer on. And I gotta bring my screen up just a little bit because I got it set up for the 235.1 in here. There we go. There's my computer activating. So we're going to be running a whole lot of tests. We're going to be outside today with the gray screen paint products too. Let's see how we're going to do some demonstrations on white screens and gray screens outside to see how they perform. You see whether or not this is a good choice, whether or not you want to go with a gray screen paint mix or a white projection screen, and see that the screen's going to pull up a contrast level out there also. Let me grab my mouse, keyboard, everything needs. Get this started. Oh man, it's an easy chair today. It's a big chair. Oh, I like doing demonstrations in here because I don't have to really go anywhere. So I want that, I want this. There we go. It's not going to come up because I didn't get a chance to press my microphone in yet. Hold on for a minute. We may have an update coming through. Anytime I get that, wait one moment, we got an update coming through. So we might have to put this on hold until later on. But let's see what's going on. This gives me a chance to relax a little bit. So you're going to be outside doing a demonstration on a gamer screen versus gray screen paint products. Let's see which one's going to produce a better contrast and color. My gamer screens are purple. Wait a moment. Been past the moment. Well, I'll just sit here and relax, wait for that to come up. We got time. Whew. I left the room open, so just in case if you want to come in and talk, he can come in and talk and discuss. But I don't know why he would be in here to begin with. I'm still waiting to see the demonstration as we requested a contrast demonstration from beginning to end in a fully lit environment. As you notice, it was never done. Anything we ask is never going to get done at all, period. But we'll be outside today with this product and a couple other great, actually a white screen, we got to be outside with a white screen. So we got to do a white screen demonstration and we have to do some great products. There we go. So he'll be outside today. All right, let me see what all this is about. Oh, we don't need all that. You can put me through all that for that nonsense. All right, I'm going back into my page. Ask me for all this dumb nonsense. That's the one thing I don't like about computers sometimes. It's either random dumb nonsense like, oh, you gotta wait a minute. We gotta go bring this up. And it'd be about completely nothing that you want to know about. Bouncing automatically to my Steam account because I got that stuff automatic. Get my controller here. Let's come out of this altogether. We synced already. We're good. All right, now we can get back on my computer and we can play. And I can look at some stuff on here. All right, so let's come over here. Oh, come on, really? Seriously, now what? Man, Explorer just tries to shove it down your throat. Like, you know, you're going to go on this browser. You're going on this browser. I can't stand it in Explorer. At one point, it was pretty good, but now it's just, why even bother with it? Mind you, two things we're going to be doing in this demonstration. Number one, we're going to see if this product can make my screen unwatchable.
I got it.
If it's going to be so dark you can't see the screen, and if this screen's going to watch out. I make sure my subs are down early in the morning.
Just as good as the device itself. I mean, don't you think the chargers today are pretty?
Now this right here is, oh, which one's this one? Oh, this is the dark slate. This screen's a dark gray. Very, 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 very dark gray. Passable for black. Let me get down a little bit. I'm going to disconnect my subs. Right out the window. There you go, that's better. As I said before, if a gray screen paint is going to say that it's equal to a black screen, it's going to have to put the exact same contrast levels as the black screen. That's what equal is, the same. And if someone's going to make accusations that their product is going to pull up an image right next to a black screen and perfectly, no, not going to happen. Gray screens can't see contrast. Neither can the Phoenix that we developed downstairs. At 1%, can't see a contrast level. Virtually impossible. So this is why I'm telling you that people make these accusations clearly lie on camera. That's why we requested that particular demonstration from beginning to end, contrast only, fully lit environment, projector pullback to the windows. Demonstration was never done. The reason why? Because the screen can't perform on that level at all, period. Therefore, the person is lying when he says that he can produce a contrast level equal to a black screen. You cannot do that. Keep in mind, I try to explain to this individual, if you ever get your stuff taken down to a test facility, they will test your contrast levels right from the door. If you make accusations about your product doing a certain thing, they will basically test it down there. They'll test it. If you make accusations that your product can pull black contrast level, they'll pull out a black screen, throw your screen against it, and it will test your product. They will make sure you can back up what your product can do. And if it can't, You just go home without a contrast. You gotta stop making fake accusations. No one does this. There's nobody who does these fake accusations. No one makes these fake accusations that their products are pulling up contrast levels equal to black screens. Let's grab ourselves another contrast demonstration. Let's grab, oh, this one's a nice one right here. I like this one. Oh, we got to do the OLED horse. Definitely got to do the OLED horse. That's where your contrast levels come up under my dark gray screen. Not even black. That's not even a black screen. That's a dark gray screen. And once we get all your products down here, I'm going to line them all against this wall, blow the entire wall up, and see which one of your screens can pull contrast, which I doubt any of them can do it. And again, I'm going to say this again. If the individual feels that I am wrong for doing this, and this is my review on your product. If you feel that I'm wrong for doing it and the review is wrong, then all you have to do is do a demonstration from beginning to end, fully lit environment as we're doing right now, and display contrast only. That's all you got to do.
To log out my big bulky corded vacuum to take care of messes like
that. Let's do this one right here. So question, can a gray screen paint see contrast level? No, can't see it. Can't see it, can't pick it up at all, period. Can it turn a black screen dark so you can't see it? No, can't do it either. Hey, I'm gonna go back and get myself a bigger sample sheet. It's a company called Lux, I think it's Luxini. We got a large sample sheet of their product downstairs. Let's grab that one and bring it up here. And we'll do that demonstration next to their screen. But no, like I said, no company in their right mind would ever make accusations that their products are equal to black screens. He's not pulling nothing in here at all, not a thing. But again, like I said, if I'm wrong, all you have to do is just back up your product and do from beginning to end, contrast only demonstration, fully lit environment, as we requested yesterday. Anytime we request a challenge, you don't do it, we'll do it for you. Today you'll be going outside against the gamer paint. Today you will be going outside against the sun killer. Direct sunlight. We'll make your poly and black paint, and we'll put you against the sun killer outside, the product that you made. Since you don't want to do the damage that you want. I love people when they talk the trash, but they can't back it up. I can watch this screenshot all day. It's the point of having a gray screen, but don't pick up contrast. These are accusations I don't make, even when it comes to that silver technology we're developing. I'm not going to come on camera and tell you that screen's going to be the full contrast over equal to a black screen. That's a lie. No. It doesn't have that capability. It can produce better than any other gray screen out there. I can back that up. I'm not going to tell you it's going to be able to produce a contrast over next to a black screen. That's virtually impossible. Gotta stop lying in the demonstrations. Let's see if you can make my screen dark unwatchable.
Mr.
We have our team.
Let's leave it up.
Nope, you can't watch my screen out either. Now mind you, I heard in the conversation in the room, one of his, fans came in and said, no, the Cinemax is different. The Cinemax can produce a black level. Oh, that's what you're saying? So you're saying that that gray screen paint, that Cinemax, that light gray screen paint, that's lighter than the samples that I have up here, can produce a contrast level? You don't understand how the physics of basically colors and contrast actually work in the real world. But when we get it here, when it comes here and we put that on a sample sheet, you better hope that thing can pull a star field demonstration, because that thing will be tested inside and outside the home. And I will test it against your other products to see how dark the product comes up next to those products. Now, as I said before, if I'm wrong in the review, I'm reviewing your product again. If I'm wrong in this review on your product, on its contrast level capabilities, feel free to do a demonstration today showing a fully lit environment, displaying your screen's contrast levels from beginning to end. No turning out the lights, no darkening the curtains, keep the environment the exact same way. And show star field, OLED fish, that Sony 4K, all dark contrast demonstrations only. And if you can't do it, it just shows you lied in your demonstrations. If you don't do the demonstrations at all, it just shows you lied in your demonstrations. If you avoid it and you do other videos that have nothing to do with that particular video that was requested, it shows you lied in your demonstrations. Because you can't back your product. I can back my product. Why buy a product from somebody that they can't back? So let's see those contrast demonstrations. Then you're going outside versus a gamer today. We're going to do color demonstrations outside on the gamer. Which screen pulls up the best colors? Your product or a gamer? So as you can see, the technology we have here is blending his screen with no problem. All right, nice bright images off our screen. But when it comes to contrast levels, your screen can't see a contrast level to save its soul. Where's this black level you're supposed to be pulling off this screen? How is this equal to our technology? It's a 5,000 lumen Christie projector we got in the video. A 5,000 lumen Christie projector. 5,000 lumens. If you can't pick up on 5,000 lumens, you're not picking up on anything. This projector has a 2,000 to 1 contrast ratio. That's it. And your screen shouldn't have a 2,000 to 1. If our screen's not having a problem with a 2,000 to 1, why is it having a problem with 2,000 to 1? So you have to increase your contrast in order to somewhat pick up a decent image. Now, as I said before, my projector sits back around 13 feet from the screen, about 13, 14 feet. My projector sits right in the windows, right there, as you can see. We requested from you to do a demonstration to pull your projector all the way back to your windows, light the entire environment up, because now I know that environment can take in a ton of light. And we are requesting contrast demonstrations only, from beginning to end. We are requesting star field demonstration outside display. We're requesting UV mix displayed on a white surface, displaying its white level capabilities. And if you don't do the demonstrations, well, we have half of your products here. We'll do them for you. Y'all want to come in here with insults? No. Come in here and back it up. That's what we want. Back it up. Don't come in here with insult. Back it up. Have him go in and do those demonstrations. That's what you need to do. If his product is supposed to do what it's supposed to do, have him back it up. Because we can back it up all day. Here we go again. Another contrast demonstration. You're equal to my black levels. That's what you're saying. So don't come in here talking trash. Back it up. Have him do those demonstrations today. If he doesn't do those demonstrations today, it clearly shows his product does not work. And he's basically fluffing it up to be something that is not. You know why he won't do those demonstrations? You can't cut corners on them. That's why. No boards in the room. I don't know why you would have a board in the room to begin with, but no boards in the room. You can't hide the light because we can see the light. Keep in mind, you do that demonstration in a dark environment. There's sunlight outside. We won't notice it. Like we noticed the last time. We can see in your videos that there's light outside your house or your apartment house, whatever it is. We can see that. We find any abstract objects in the environment, blocking any windows or anything props, we know that you're basically putting objects there to block light to keep from hitting the screen. That's why we chose the challenge to be outside. When we gave him the 1100, we gave him the challenge for outside, that's why we chose for outside. Because he can't put any obstacles to block anything. You're out there, that's it. And you still haven't done that demonstration yet. So you're saying you displayed the star field demonstration against a black fake sample. Well, the black fake sample pulled a black level. Your product came up gray. And if you can do it that easy, then you should have no problem fulfilling the request that we gave you today. I don't want you to, when you put that fake shit, whatever that thing is supposed to be, I don't want you to come up where you're showing a somewhat gray level. I can do that all day long on a gray mix. I can make my own gray mix and do the exact same thing you just did easily. I want to see that screen match perfectly. Because anytime someone's going to say that we're equal to their technology, then you have to do the exact same. You have to be equal. You have to match that screen perfectly. If I come out here and say, hey, my black screen can match a white screen equally, I have to show an equal match to a white screen. It can't be a little off by a shade, no, an equal match. You do know what the word equal stands for. It has to be the exact same identical match. So since you made that statement, you will back that statement up now. And after I've seen those silly demonstrations of having the board down there, the dark environment, hugging the projection screen, all that nonsense, no. We want a clean demonstration, no cutting corners. Go in that apartment, light that apartment up, because that apartment can take some light. I've seen how much light that apartment takes. You will start a contrast demonstration from beginning to end. You will put that sample sheet in the middle, and you will match that screen perfectly. Now, if you said that your product was fair and had fair contrast levels, and you were honest with your customers, I can understand that. But you said you were equal to our technology. So back it up today. I don't want to see any reviews on Q&As. I don't want to see any reviews on toys or places that you're going to. Do the demonstration. How many times I got to come on here and ask you to do the demonstration? You want to talk about meters? I got a projection screen that's watching a football game on top of my ceiling with the lights on. I'm not seeing anything here. There's nothing impressive about your product at all. When that new silver gets here, when the silver gets here, we're not going to make accusations that that product is going to produce a contrast over next to a black screen. That's not going to happen. We're going to do side-by-sides on that. We're not going to lie to our customers and tell them that a product that we're developing, that silver, is going to be to do the same thing as a black screen. That's not going to happen. It's going to have advancement over other gray screens, yes. To compete with our black screens, no, that's not going to happen. It's limited. It only can do but so much. So, like I said, I don't lie to people. But clearly your product does not work. I can click through every video on here. And it's the same. Only thing you can pull is a white level. That's it.
Carl.
Carl.
What have you done? Think anyone will notice?
If you run, you get it. Echo motorcycle.
Let's see if we get our test done today. See if we get them done today. Or he voids it again. And keep in mind, you got a $4,000 projector. My projector cost me $500. And my projector still produces a better image than yours because I'm getting 100% from my projector. You can't even get that because you can't do a contrast demonstration. And a 2 million to 1 contrast ratio on a projector, and you can't do a demonstration in a fully lit environment displaying a star flow demonstration and contrast demonstration matching a black screen, because our screens don't come up gray, they come up black on a contrast level. So you wouldn't be matching us if your screen comes up gray. It has to come up black in order to match one of our screens. See? And this is an individual who claims that people use smoke and mirrors in their videos, but yet he had a 4x8 board blocking any light that came up under that windowsill that made contact with the bottom edge of his screen. And then did a video with the lights on, with the same board in there, to try to explain the theory of why the board was there to begin with. Board should have never been there at all, period. It's never been in any other videos. Why is it in that video? I've never seen you put a board in any video except for a video involving contrast levels. If you had that much light going on outside, why didn't you open up your curtains? Why didn't you open up the door? Why was all that locked down like that? The reason why, because your screen would have washed out very badly. Let's see. Let's see how your colors are doing. Let's go over and let's put in a red screen. Put some colors in. As you clean your screen, put up all these nice, bright, beautiful colors. So let's see what happens. We'll put in a nice red screen. There's your colors right there. This is why you tell people calibrate their projectors. I guarantee you, your projector is calibrated. My projector's not calibrated. My projector sits in factory settings. It's on eco mode, and my brightness on my projector is at 28. That's it. Let's do a slow color swap out. We got a slow color swap out right here. So I'm going to change screen. It's going to change colors right in front of you, and you will see exactly what his screen picks up over what our screen is picking up. What color is that supposed to be? Seriously. Let's take our lights out. Let's do this in the dark. Let's see if we get a better improvement on the screen with the lights out. So that's where you're going to have to be at anyway with these gray screens. Gotta be in the dark. So let's see what we get off of this. Now we're in complete darkness. That's really bad. That's really, really bad. The reason why you're not seeing it like this, I'll tell you why. Because he has a lot of camouflage colors. When you put a lot of camouflage colors in there, you don't really get a chance to see exactly what you're supposed to be seeing. Like if you were to go into, let me see, there's a lot of camouflage colors. These are all dark colors, so they're going to basically show off your screen. So it's going to do too well with these areas. Let's do these right here.
Sleep before sleep number was just that.
So this is what he usually does. There's a whole bunch of camouflage colors up there, so you can't really see how your projector is actually seeing color off this product. It's very easy to camouflage the screen in the dark. See what I mean? Very easy to camouflage the screen in the dark. But he doesn't show you the solid blues, reds, and greens. The reason why, because if he did that on a black screen, on our technology, his screen would come up showing where the screen was washed out and faded. Now you're seeing it now. The only reason why you're seeing it now is because we showed you those solid colors first. We already prepped your mind for it. So by showing you the solid colors first, when you see red pop up and it looks faded, you can see why it looks faded. When he does a demonstration, he basically shows colorful demonstrations first, and he will never show you the patterns. So that way you can't tell where it begins and where it ends. And all the while we're doing this demonstration, keep in mind that your product in no way whatsoever is turning my screen dark as you displayed in your demonstration, but your product did wash out on our screen, even in the dark. I love it how, I'm not trying to be rude here, but I love it how when we're doing these demonstrations, we don't get anybody in the room speaking any logic to us whatsoever. Mostly all insults, adolescent insults, but no logic. Like they won't come in the room and speak any logic whatsoever. No sound doctrine, no logic, nothing. Just a bunch of insults. When you come into a room, you carry on, you see a screen producing a perfect image. When the screen's outperforming another one, and you come in with rants and insults, it just clearly shows that you know the product doesn't work, and it clearly shows that you're lost. You can't come up with any form of sound doctrine, any form of sound science or basic specifications on why your product is doing such and such and so. You don't even understand your own product. You can just come up with insults. And we just come in here and just wash the screen out. As for your partake buddy, we've already researched his stuff. He got nothing to show. We don't pay him any mind at all. He's not even worth our time. So no, we've seen this stuff already. Matter of fact, that whole grease, what was it he was doing? Oh, this is funny. Oh, I gotta explain this one. We did this demonstration already. So a while back, he made some product that had grease in it. I don't know why in the world you would put baby oil or grease into a paint to begin with. It's two different elements, like oil and water doesn't mix. So if you take a silicone paint and you put oil in, it's gonna cause a separation in the product. So he puts oil or grease or Vaseline into this mixture. And what that does is when you put that grease and Vaseline in there, it causes hot spotting all over the screen. Number one, it makes the screen impossible to paint on top of that because you have that grease substance in there. It's kind of like the equivalent, like if you spill oil on your kitchen floor, no matter how much you scrub that floor, that oil is still there, it's slippery, it's still there. And that's what it does. It's a content that doesn't mix. So I don't know why you would put that there to begin with. So we made this product back in 2019. We got the video, we made the product. It came up shiny, it came up dirty, and it came up gritty. So after we tested the product, it failed against our 8. We went about our business. Then later on in 2020, around that time somewhere, Crow came up and he came up with some kind of challenge saying, we challenge you, so and so and so. I said, dum. We done did that already. We did that back in 2019. We made this product, tested it, and it didn't work well. It performed horribly. Here's a test right here of our demonstration because he wanted us to test his product against the 8. And we already did that back in 2019. So here you go, 8, so and so, so. I'll show you the video, I'll put the link below where we made it, and you can look at the timestamp. We did it already. So after seeing the products that he was making, mixing, even Crow has some common sense not to put Vaseline, are you kidding me? Vaseline into a water-based paint? I mean, even he has enough common sense not to do anything that stupid. So judging by this guy's theory and watching this video demonstration, we watched the video demonstration, he's a joke. That's why we don't pay him any mind. You have certain individuals who basically talk a lot of trash, and you just look at it and go, yeah, moving on. But at least there's some common sense with Crow. There's some common sense there. I've never seen this guy mix Vaseline and a water-based product. That's not going to mix well at all. And like I said, you're going to come up with a very, very greasy kind of paint. It's not going to apply well. It's going to smear. It's going to be nasty to wash off your hands because there's an oil in there, and that's going to make it impossible for you to use any kind of soaps or detergents to break it down. Yeah, that's a dumb thing to do. Now, one of the things I did see Crow do, I thought was kind of not too smart, was using a glossy paint. You never use a glossy paint, ever. Everything has to be flat. You try to make some product with glossy paint. That's the worst thing you want to do. You hit that thing with a 5,000 lumen projector, that thing's a hot spot like crazy all over the screen. So that was a bad idea on his behalf. But as in that greasy oily nonsense, I'll show you the video demonstration below. We'll post it. We made the product. And the funny thing about it is they came in like a year later talking about, yeah, we want you to go against this product. We challenge you. And I was like, buddy, we did that already. We did that like a year ago. So you're kind of late on that one. So everybody should know that by now. So no, we don't fear your little friend at all. Understand that. And keep in mind, like I said, the demonstrations I do are unmatched. Okay, so deal with it. In other words, let's move on. We don't pay any mind. Oil. Look at it. Vegetable oil? I mean, what was it? No, it was Vaseline. Vaseline and paint? Like, really? It's the dumbest thing I ever heard. What you gonna do? You got Kool-Aid in there next? Flour? Baking soda? You're baking a cake or you're making a screen? Which one is it? Goodness gracious. That's why we don't pay him any mind. And it's funny how he uses him as a reference as somebody serious. Keep in mind, we got documents from Screen Innovation that I posted. Screen Innovation telling us that our product had potential. Screen Innovation coming at us with attorneys because we were doing side-by-side demonstrations. And I'm supposed to be worried about some guy in his house mixing grease together and paint, and another guy in an apartment who can't even show a decent contrast level. Give me a break. Get on my face with that nonsense. Please. Moving on. Let's go on. If you want to see that recap on the documents that we got from Screen Innovation, you know, you can read them if you want. But you know, when you got people paying attention to you on that level, you don't really care about the little guys. You guys can go about your business. That dumb nonsense. It's kind of like y'all like, what you want to do? Have a Pokemon match next? You want to race each other to the end of the block to see who's the fastest? Please, you don't match my demonstrations. Like I said, at the end of the day, Crow, stop bringing up your little buddy and do the demonstrations. That's all. Stop beating around the bush. Stop mentioning, oh, partake. Is your boyfriend? Stop doing that. Go do the test. That's it. Simple and plain. We don't want to hear about your partay friend. We don't want to hear about this or that. We don't hear about your Q&A or your reviews for your games. Do the test today, as we requested. We want, from beginning to end, contrast demonstration, fully lit environment, everything. And I want it to match that black surface. You see I'm in here matching your screen right now with no problem? I can match your screen and wash it at the same time. That's what we want to see. We want to see that screen match perfectly because you said you're equal to our contrast level. So display it. Because black paint can basically equal our contrast levels. The only problem is black paint can't equal our white levels. So you need to match that perfectly when you made that statement. So like I said, get it done. Or basically just get out of the business. You really shouldn't be in it to begin with. Let's go over here real quick. We got a couple more to go through. Let me see. Oh, no, we're going to come out of this one right here. We're going to, so even that whole theory about how my product is so dark you can't see it. It's funny. We're looking at it crystal clear, no problem. I'm on my computer right now. I can see my text crystal clear. I'm sitting here in the dark and your screen's washing out. We don't care about partay. We don't care about you on the other hand. I'm just tired of you lying to people about your product, saying that it works and it don't work. You can't back up your product. That's what my buddy was talking about. Why did he say maybe? When I asked you, did you want your product tested against a product, and you said maybe. Who says maybe? Is it a yes or no? Either you got faith in your product or not. No, brother, why do you say maybe? You have no faith in your product? If you have no faith in your product, you should be able, if you have some faith in your product, you should be able to do this test demonstration today. So why are customers giving you $107 for a product that you can't even do simple tests on that we're asking from you? Why should anybody give you any money to begin with if you can't back up your product? So I'm going to fork over $107 to somebody who can't show me a basic white level off a UV mix, or you can't show me a proper star fill demonstration to match a black screen? And every time we give you a request, you don't do it. We gave you a request yesterday, you still didn't do it. And yet you want to bring up this whole meter thing, man, and then when I blow the meter out of the water, common sense would have told you that. I got a projection screen, Crow, sitting on the top of my ceiling. I can watch Tron with the lights on. with the projection screen sitting on the ceiling. That should have told you right there from the door that you were in an uncharted territory, that you were basically, you know, you were biting off more than you could chew. But feel free to paint your ceiling black with your, or you can't paint it black, forgot. Paint it gray and then show a Starfield demonstration. We'd love to see that one. All right, let's go on, let's move on. Your colors are not coming up. Let's see if we can get some contrast in here on this one. This is a nice blue right here. This is a beautiful blue. I need to put this on the ceiling right now. It's pretty hot. That is pretty hot right there for the ceiling. That'd be real nice. Oh, New York City. New York City night screen theory? Yes, it is.
You say
I got a crack in my machine. At least maybe less heartbroken.
Geico lets you file a claim anywhere you want.
Are you crying?
No, there's Holland.
It's power. And this is how you do your demonstrations. You do them in the dark. But if I turn that light on, your screen wash out, just like that. That's the only way you can pull a decent contrast up. You literally have to be in the dark. This is how your environment has to be. Where's your screen? Where's your contrast? Where'd it go? My contrast is still there. Now he does claim that his product is not ambient light projection. But then again, who the freak is using a projection screen without ambient light projection technology? Just about every company uses ambient light projection technology, even though some of it's pretty sad because I don't know how you claim to be ambient light projection, but you got to be in an ambient light controlled environment. That don't even make any sense. But again, it don't make no sense. But to them, they figure that if you have one light, this is where the whole ambient light projection thing just got screwed up from the door. If you have a few bit of lights peppered in your environment, and that environment's still gonna be dark, they consider that to be an ambient light environment because you have a little light in there, compared to having a dark dedicated theater room where you're not gonna have any light at all. But if you just have one little light bulb in the corner, bam, ambient light projection technology. That's bull crap. No. It don't work that way in our world. You gotta take that outside. Let's see what that screen can really pull up. I guarantee if I got permission to take any one of those certified screens outside, we wash every last one of them off. And none of them will survive out there. None of them. So we even go to they got screens, some of them do make screens for outside, but they're white screens. The white screen's not gonna stand up against a black screen outside. Especially when the black screen is producing white levels high to that high. Let's go to, real quick, I like this demonstration, right? This is pretty dark. Let's see what we got on here. Dark demonstrations. Right. I like that one. That one's pretty dark. Ooh, New York City? New York City. That's how your product comes up, literally. So that's why we request it. I don't care what projector you get. That projector has to be sitting by that windowsill. We want a distance throw. No ultra short throw, a distance throw. And light that environment up. If my screen can go outside and take impact, I'm not even talking about the invisibles. We got screens that can go out there and do that demonstration easy with no problem. You should be able to do that with no problem. So let's see if any of the tests get done. I guarantee you right now, they're not going to get done. He's going to avoid it at all costs. And if he's avoiding it at all costs, that just shows you exactly what you just paid for. Let's take our lights out for a minute. See how much better he does. The lights out. There you go. Let me see. I got the LED lights on behind me. Let me turn my LED lights off. I'm taking my LED lights off. I got the LED lights on behind me from my on the screen. How are you matching my screen? You can't even match my screen with the, you blocking the, okay, whatever. You can see that right there. Let me see what we got. So, I just took my LED lights out. So now we got it even darker in here. The LED lights are out. There's a LED light behind the back of behind my back of my setup for my behind the back of my motorized projection screen. So this is how he does his demonstration. If you go back and look at his channel, any demonstrations involving contrast levels that he's going to be trying to display off his screen paint right from the door are always going to be done in an environment this dark. Any light pops up in an environment like this, there you go, the screens pop up. See how dark that sidewalk looks? That's how that sidewalk is supposed to look. That wet sidewalk, that's how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to look realistic. Now you're going to tell me that you got a gray screen paint that can produce a contrast level that dark? I can take a black sheet of black paint and put it against that, and it'll blend that right there. Because all black screens are going to be to pull 100% contrast. The only problem is, like I said, that white level got to pull up, and that's the most important thing. Because any black screen can pull a black level, like any gray screen can pull a high color level, a white level, easy. The only problem is that the gray screen has to produce contrast, and the black screen has to produce the white level. That's how it works. But he doesn't do that. Anytime he does a demonstration involving lots, like a real well-lit environment, he'll use nothing but bright colors. Bright colors are going to fade lesser. When he does a contrast demonstration, he'll do that in a 40-lit environment, like that piece of board he had sticking up there to block his screen. So if we go over here and come out of this one, I like this demonstration. What's this one? Walking. We gotta do this. I'm gonna do this one more often. I like this one. Look at some nice bright colors. Look at some nice bright colors in there. It can't be anything too dark because your screen's gonna have a problem. Now you see what he's got to go through. This is what he's got to go through. He's got to figure out what videos he can use that's not going to show too much contrast. It's going to cause his screen to wash out because we'll catch it, like that leather jacket incident. Let's go with, usually use like the LG. They do the LG demonstrations because the LG demonstrations have so many, they consider it to be a contrast demonstration when it really isn't because there's too much color to be a contrast demonstration. Let's go with LG 4K demos. Let's go with this one right here. All right, this is a perfect example. So say I'm Crow and I'm doing a demonstration in a fully lit environment. I'm trying to show off my screen. Say my screen's not even here at all, period. So we gotta pick something with a lot of color. Can't have any too much contrast in it. If there's too much contrast in it, that is going to pose a problem on the screen. We're gonna find something that's gonna match. It'll be too much of a problem. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Let's see if we can get something a little darker. This is not gonna work. They're too dark. Can we just come out of this commercial to go back into this commercial? Hang go. YouTube, you're milking it. You're just milking it too much. You're doing too much. There you go. We still got too much contrast in there. But as you can see, this is what I'm talking about. Just stick to the nice bright colors because they got a better chance of pulling an image at a brighter level. Where if they try it with contrast, the screen will automatically wash out. So that's why we requested from the door a contrast demonstration from beginning to end in a fully lit environment and to move your projector all the way back to where the windows are so you would have a distance throw. It means your screen would have to work for it. So basically we have an ultra short throw, the screen's going to sit right on top of it. The projector, we want you to work for it. So we need you to pull that projector all the way back to where those windows are at. And then we need you to pull that, brighten that area up, just like you would do it. When you do the contrast demonstration, treat that environment as if you want to display all colors in there. That's how we want you to light it up in there. And start that demonstration from beginning to end. All contrast only. And I want you to take that black sample sheet, stick it right in the middle of your screen, and I want it to match. That's what I want to see. Because the demonstration you showed, complete, utter fail. That black sample sheet pulled a better contrast in your screen easily. Let's see if he does a demonstration job. Dottie does it. See that right there? It's like a double-edged sword here. You know why it is a double-edged sword? Because at one point, his product is not showing up the same way it does in his videos, where our products are supposed to come up too dark and you can't see them because they're coming up bright enough to match his screen. And then on the other hand, he's proposing he can pull a contrast level to a black screen and his levels are washing out. Somewhere along the line, something's not adding up here. This is why I use bright colors in fully lit environments, because they have a better chance of a survival rate in here. Now, lights out, even better, even higher survival rate with the lights out. Now look at that, Jamie. See, I can debunk your theory so fast, so easy. Look at that. That's why in any demonstration you watch, when he does a demonstration, you will notice that if he does birds, football, sport events, he will make sure he does it in a fully lit environment and say, look how bright the image is coming out. I can do it in a fully lit environment. Well, where's your contrast at? Where's the contrast levels? How come when we do demonstrations, we display everything, but you only display half and half? Cut corners. So what is this dark screen of ours that's supposed to be popping up? Still waiting for it. No, you can't see contrast, bro. Your product does not see contrast at all.
Hello guys, this is your good friend Phil Solomon, the creator of excellentcommercials.com, as well as the video marketing university.
Again, back it up, please. We don't want to hear the excuses. Back it up. No more talk. Back it up. Coming to my room talking trash. Back it up. Let's see the videos today. I've been requesting these videos. Every time I come in here, I got to request these videos over and over again. We don't want to hear no more talk. Back it up. All that talk is done. Back it up. Until then, we'll be outside with your product today. Back it up. You want to see it? You want to see it? We don't want to hear no, oh, other people, third parties. No, we don't want to hear none of that nonsense. Back it up. What about this person? What ain't about that person? Back it up. You don't want to run in your mouth about your products being equal to ours. Back it up today. You're watching my product working in real time. You're just watching me shoot, what, a demonstration showing my screen displayed off a ceiling. You just watch me show you a demonstration right here. We're doing this in real time. So I'm in here backing it up. I got a right to talk. I can back it up. I want to see it backed up. I want to see these demonstrations done by the day. And I want to see a full panorama of that room. I don't want to see anything blocking. I don't want to see pieces of wood, chairs, whatever, blocking it. I want to see that area lit up. I want to see that Starfield demonstration from beginning to end. I want to see contrast demonstrations, and I want to see it match that piece of black in the middle. No faded grays, because that screen pulled a black level. His screen paint did pull black level. It pulled a gray level. Our screens don't pull gray levels. They pull black levels. So if you're saying you're equal to us, you got to pull black level. That's how it works. So you just do the demonstration. That's all you got to do. Simple and plain. What's the problem? What is the problem? That you can't do the demonstration. Seriously, what's the problem? What's the excuse?
Yeah. Burger heart? Yeah, hardly.
What's the excuse?
Way more useful at cleaning a floor than hanging.
You don't hear me talking about, oh, but we got somebody here that can do so and so and so. You must be afraid of them. I don't talk like that. It's me, only me. If you want to challenge me, you challenge me. If you want to talk trash about your product being this, that, and the other, back it up. If you can't back it up, then sit in the corner and be quiet. That's not being rude or disrespectful. It is what it is. If you're sitting there running your mouth about your product being this, that, and the other, and it's supposed to be equal to what we have over here, our screens are supposed to be coming up dark, our screens this, that, and the other, back it up. But I don't see anybody backing it up. I just see a bunch of insults coming across my channel, which makes me laugh, because it just shows that y'all got nothing left. That's all I see. A bunch of added insults. Back it up. Or just keep it quiet. That's it. Keep it moving, keep it quiet. I could run your screens to the grinder all day, and that's what I plan to do. I plan to run your screens through every screen we got in this house, even outside, all day. We got nothing to do, we're done. With our technology, all we got to do is silver comes up on Friday. And when the silver comes up, I'm going to take that product and put that against your product. And show you what a silver screen, a real 100% silver screen is supposed to react and how it's supposed to look. And it's supposed to display contrast colors, which you're supposed to see. Because I'm not going to hide that from my customers. I'm not going to tell you something that's going to do something it's not supposed to do. Doing all these fake demonstrations, hugging screens, putting 4x8 pieces of plywood in your environment to block off ambient light, making up all these fake excuses. And then when you get called out on it, to do these demonstrations to back up your product, what's the first thing you do? You start ranting about another YouTuber, which I have no idea why you're even doing that to begin with. Ranting about another YouTuber, or you basically start, you don't do any demonstrations at all. You don't back anything up. So instead of y'all coming in here running your mouth, go back, tell your boy to do the demonstrations today so we can see them. I don't want to see a shaded gray screen. I want to see a 100% black level. That's what I want to see. Because my screens don't pull gray, they pull black. So if you call yourself equal to my technology, show me a black screen. Blend that black screen on display. That's what I want to see. And I want to see the same amount of light you had in that environment when you show up for color demonstration. Take those blinds, pull them all the way up to the top of the windowsill. I don't want to see them halfway. I want them all the way up. Open up that door, let all that light in. Even, as a matter of fact, throw in a couple of extra lights in there too, at the same time. Since you like to do those demonstrations, throw some lights in there too. Light that area up and then show me that demonstration matching that black surface from end to beginning. And then you can start on your white levels with the UV mix, which I'm interested in seeing that too. And then when you've done all that, I'll see you outside. Because now I want to see color and contrast outside. And then when we're done with that, you can take that polyurethane and black paint and meet me outside in the sun. We'll do that demonstration too. I want to see an image pull up from back to front easily. Since you do the same thing we do. It should be a cakewalk, shouldn't it? Shouldn't be that hard.
punch, kick.
What is your DELET?
So I don't know what the problem is. I don't know why you're coming here running your mouth and you're not backing it up.
Punch, kick, clap, punch, kick, clap, punch, kick.
Let's do this thing!
I can come here and show you my white levels with no problem on my black screen, then how come we can't get what we want? I thought so. And that's the title of this video. I'm gonna put back it up. Cause that's back it up. I don't want to hear about no Roger, no Partey, none of that. Back it up. Don't go run into your boy. Don't go run into this person. Don't go run into that person. Don't even mention any names. You made that statement, you go back it up. And that's what it sounds like. You know people like that. You know what I mean? These are people that can't throw down when it comes time to fight. These are people that run and get somebody else. That's what kind of people these are. No, you back it up. You ran your mouth about a product. You're saying your product can do the exact same thing. I don't want to hear about Partey. I don't want to hear about this, that, and the other. I want to see you do the demonstration. Back it up. I'm going to ask you over and over again. I can't count how many times I asked you to do a Starfield demonstration. And then when you finally do the Starfield demonstration, you think that's an achievement? That's a complete fail. My screens don't come up that. We don't produce grade levels. So how are you comparing that to us? Now, if you said that your product produced a fair contrast level, all right, then you're good on that one. I'll tell you why you're good on that one. Because you're producing a fair contrast level. But you didn't say that. You said that your product can produce a contrast level equal to a black screen. And a black screen doesn't come up gray when it displays a Starfield demonstration. It comes up black. So you have to now match that black surface that you had on display. Perfectly. That's where you messed up. Guys, I told you, you gotta be careful about talking too much trash. Now you gotta back it up. And I would suggest, I hope we see that today. If we don't see it today, then we just know that bottom line, you're just talking trash. Don't bring other people into, I couldn't care less about you know who and whatever. I don't care about George, Jerry, Frank, and Mike. I don't care. You're the one who's running your mouth. I'm talking to you directly. You go back it up today. And by the way, ain't no point coming in my room calling me a scammer, because it's kind of hard to call somebody a scammer when the person that's being called a scammer can back it up. See what I mean? Can back it up. If you can't back this up, you can't do the demonstrations we requested, wouldn't that make you a scammer? Because didn't you say your product can do something that it can't do? I've never said my products could basically match a white screen. That's virtually impossible. But you said you can basically turn our screens dark, which we ain't seen that here at all, period, yet. If I haven't seen it here yet, what else we got going on here real quick? I haven't seen that one yet. Back it up, back it up.
Honey cheese. It's #1 in Italy. It's number.
Go back to our city demonstration. How's my product not coming up dark, bro? Jamie, I'm gonna call you Jamie. Jamie, how come? What's going on here? What's the problem here? Look at this. Why is your screen washing out? Told you the Phoenix by Phoenix standpoint, this screen obfuscated your product. It can produce your white levels, it can produce your color, and it can produce contrast levels. Your screen can't do it. Look at the angry. I'm not even paying attention to your messages. I told you. Until you can back it up, then I'll believe you. But other than that, no, I'm not listening to your messages. You can come in here and type all you want. You get blocked right from the door. You don't care. Back it up. I'm tired of hearing y'all talk all this trash and not backing it up. Back it up. Y'all talk all this trash. Y'all can't back it up. I don't want to hear about this, that, and the other. I want you to back it up today. Today is the day you back it up. Or you keep your mouth shut. Look at that. Look at that. Crow. Look at that up front. Look at that. You can't turn my screen black? You turn my screen black. That's your personal mix. Your personal mix is lighter. I got the lighter mix laying up against the screen. Look at that. Now, see, I can come on here and I can show you my levels right here. Easy, no problem. Where's your contrast levels at? I want to see those demonstrations today. I don't want to hear any more dumb nonsense out of your mouth. I don't want to hear any more this person, that person. I don't care about them other people. You don't want to range your mouth. You don't want to was talking all the trash. You need to back it up. You claim your product is supposed to be so superior. Back it up. That's all I'm asking you to do. Do the demonstrations you requested. Don't beat around the bush. I don't want to hear about this, that, and the other. This person, that person. No, you back it up. That's all you got to do. That's it. And you can get on camera and whine and complain about, oh, it's so unprofessional. No, you rein your mouth, you back it up. Look at this. You couldn't even pick up the contrast level correctly under the tunnel. Didn't even come up at all, period. Don't get mad at me. You need to basically work on your product. You need to stop making stuff so fast. Don't put no test behind that's the problem. You ain't got no look at my environment, Crow. Ain't no boards in the way. Nothing blocking the projector. We got it at the distance. It's 13 feet from here to here. Fully lit environment, plenty of light. When there's no sunlight coming through the window yet. Your screen should be able to produce. You see anything blocking my environment? Anything at all? Nice, well lit all the way around. So what's the problem? Do the demonstrations you requested. Fully lit environment. Light that environment up just like you did on the display. And I need you to match. Well, I need you. You should match. You should match that black, whatever fake nonsense you got in the middle of your screen. Because like I said, at the end of the day, my screens don't produce gray, not on that level. So if you consider that to be an achievement, because you said, oh, I'm showing a contrast. No, dude, you just showed shades of gray. Now that screen in the middle, that fake stuff, that produced a black level. That's a star field. That's what outer space, that's a star field. Any black surface, like I said, is going to pick up a black level. Only problem is you're going to have the white level is going to have an issue coming out of a black surface because it's not designed for that. Our technology is. That's why our image is coming so bright next to your sample sheet, because it can produce a white level. So in order for you to have a passable test, and a real passable test, you're going to have to display a star field demonstration in that environment with all that light, and it's going to have to match that black surface perfectly. Just like I'm doing your product right now on a black screen. See? See I'm matching it with no problem? See that? That's how close you're going to come to matching that black level. Not like this, like that. It has to be a perfect match, just like that. So you can get understanding. I have to explain this to him. This is why. It's a shame, people, but I have to explain these things to him. You have to break everything down for this guy because he'll figure out some way, some slimy, sneaky way to try to get around it. Now, in this video description, I'm going to put a bunch of links. Feel free to go through those links, people that are fans of this particular individual, because you'll get a chance to see the fake screen paint that he basically sells on his website for free, which we have right here. You'll get a chance to see our unboxing of the package showing that we did receive that item and how much we paid for it. You'll get a chance to see another person on YouTube that went in on Crow about him being a deceitful individual and how he will do all kinds of dirty things to make his product look good. What else do we have on there? We had a couple of, we had the 2 demonstrations that he did where we pointed out and broke down the demonstration of the dark environment that was supposed to be well lit, but actually was dark, where he basically sat there in a dark apartment when there was a lot of light outside his apartment. And he clearly had a piece of board there to cover up any light that may come down and hit the door. You can see where the light was shooting to the peephole and light was pushing around the windows, clearly showing it was nice and bright outside, but you sat there in a dark room trying to give off an illusion that you were actually in a well-lit environment. That's sad. And then did the demonstration again with the same piece of board and a well-lit environment, trying to excuse why it's there to begin with. It was never there in any of your other videos. Why would it be in those videos? That doesn't make any sense. And then the other demonstration when you sat there in the dark and you hugged your screen. We know it was in the dark, and I'll tell you why. Because if the lights were on, if any lights were on in that environment, your screen would have popped up just like this. The fact that it came up somewhat dark shows that you were up on top of the screen in the dark environment. You faked your meter test. No one does a meter test with a meter sitting there in front of the projector. You know why? Because any form of that light pushing up the environment, you even get an overcast on your projector. Oh, that's why they have, by the way, that's why they have the black border around the screens. You know why that's there? Because your projector will bleed over. Your screen will hit the screen, it will bleed over a little bit. And if it bleeds over, that's what that border there to keep it nice and trim in that area. Sometimes you have a little bleed over from the projector. That's why we don't put it in the front, to make sure it doesn't disrupt any of the readings. But not only that, you thought you were slick by putting a bunch of lights in there saying, look, this is how much light my screen's taking in. You do know the same physical light, how light works. The light that comes from that lamp is not hitting the screen and going around your meter. It's actually hitting your meter too at the same time. And any form of extra light that hits that meter causes it to jump. Unless you got a special meter that only reads a certain amount of ambient light, like it only reads window light and doesn't read everyday light from a light bulb, which is not possible because it reads all light. And since it reads all light, that means even the light you have in the environment is manipulate the reading on your app, because you just added extra light to make your screen look brighter. I know those tricks already, man. Come on, man. If you think people are supposed to be idiotic and stupid, I mean, your fans that may basically look at that and say, oh, well, that's amazing. Yeah, they don't really think too well. I'm not saying all of them, but some of them don't think too well. That is basic common sense. If you have a light meter sitting there in the front of your screen and someone's sitting there with spotlights on the screen, you do know that that physical light from that spotlight is going to make contact with that meter, and that's going to cause the meter to jump a bit. You know that, right? It's not going to come from the lamp and go, you know what? I'm just going to skip the whole entire meter. I'm just going to hit the screen. Light doesn't work that way. Unless you got something blocking it, that's the only way you can stop it from basically hitting the meter. But since it's exposed, you're trying to jump your meter, trying to be slick. But still trying to maintain a dark environment so your screen doesn't wash out at the same time. Boy, that's gotta suck. I could imagine going through that nightmare. And then you got to select certain videos, because certain videos, if any contrast pops up, your screen is going to be exposed. Much like the leather jacket incident, where you didn't see that for a minute when the guy turned and the jacket turned, and on that dark screen pulled up that image perfectly, and on your image it washed out. Yeah. But like I said, I don't want to hear about your little buddies. I don't want to hear about this, that, and the other. You're the one that made the accusations. We're expecting to see the videos by today. 3 videos I've requested, and while you're out there, you've got a nice sunny day out there. Let me see. I'll give you around 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, I'd like to see a Starfield demonstration outside on your product. And like I said, the rules are the same as can be. 100-inch screen, 16:9. These 13 to 14 feet back. You must display an image from corner to corner to corner. No wash on the screen. And you must complete a straight black contrast level. Because again, we don't produce gray screens. We don't produce a gray ashy color. We produce straight black. So if you're equal to me, you have to produce a straight black. Should have been, you know what I mean? It's always good to come full glass. Empty glass. Should have did that to begin with. That's the same dumb mistake you made when you sat there and you tried to think the gamer paint was the same as your Frankenstein. Gamers are purple. And that had to be quite embarrassing. And then you were claiming to have a product that we didn't even launch to the customers yet? That's even more embarrassing. So like I said, I don't want to hear any more nonsense. Don't come on my channel, running your mouth, this, that, and the other. Do the demonstrations. Put your money where your mouth is at. Let's do another demonstration of this product. See what happens.
I got the money, I got the dough, I got the money.
I'm getting tired of asking you to do this. It don't make no sense. How are you reviewing people's products and you're supposed to be an expert in this field when you can't even back up a simple demonstration? Oh, but I did it! I did it! Our screens don't come up gray, Crow. They come up black. You see that? That's a black screen right there. They come up black. They don't produce gray images. If you claim your product to be equal to mine, you have to pull a black image. Pulling up a gray image next to a black fake screen paint is an achievement. We need to see a black screen. We need to blend that black screen. Just like I just blended your screen a few minutes ago, blend the black screen. Ugh, man. It's equivalent to trying to talk to a preschool. No, I'm sorry. I apologize for that one. I'm not going to add any insults into that. You gotta think about this, man. Seriously. Do the demonstration. I don't care about anything else. Just do the freaking demonstration. That's all. We do demonstrations all day, all day, all day, all day. I don't see why you can't do yours. That's why we chose for the demonstrations to be done outside. Because he just does so much sneaky stuff when he cuts corners. Can the gray screen see contrast? No. So I'm telling right here during this video, saying that a gray screen can't see contrast. And if I'm wrong on this, then basically prove me wrong. Back it up. That's all you got to do. That's all. If I'm wrong on this, and you got a gray screen that can produce a contrast over as you claim it can, then back it up. Let's all see it. This time, we don't want no shut doors. We want to see that place lit up. Take them blinds, push them all the way to the top. I don't even want them halfway. I want them all the way up. Because my screens can produce contrast levels outside on 1,000 lumens at 13 feet. They all had to go through that. That's their test. So if I can do that, and I got demonstrations of me showing you producing screens outside on 1,000 lumens at 13 feet outside, and then pulling up a star field at 190 degree viewing angle, then how come you don't? Where are your tests? And then once the Silver Phoenix gets here, I challenge you to match every single test demonstration under that product. Silver versus gray. Live. All your tests have to be done live. So if you think you're superior in gray screens, I'm going to show you what my skill level is when it comes to gray screens. So you understand this. We all understand this. When that Silver Phoenix pops his head up on Friday, we're expecting you to match every single test demonstration under that screen live. And 90% of those tests will be done in contrast. Now, is it going to be to produce an amazing image next to our dark screens? Oh, heck no. No. But I'm honest with my customers. I'm going to show them exactly what they're getting. I'm not going to rate the screens having an amazing and awesome level. It depends on how the tests come out. But we know if we're accurate door, it's going to have shortcomings. It's not going to be able to compete with the dark screens. And with the dark screens we have now being able to produce higher white levels, But like I said, it was developed. And keep in mind, he comes and he says something like, oh, he joined the with light gray. Did you just see any of the demonstration I just did against that screen versus the dark screen? Did you miss all that? No, my goodness, we developed the screen due to the fact that we have some customers, like I said, taking a page from your book, saying that he shouldn't do all dark screens, he should do a selection. So now we got a selection. Now we have a light gray screen, or wherever it's going to be when we get done with it. that's going to be able to perform on a level that your screen can't. But just to have a little fun, we're going to challenge you on that technology when it comes out. We want you to do every single test. Take your Cinemax and match every test that that screen's going to do. And one of them is going to be a Starfield demonstration in a fully lit environment. So either way, if you avoid the test, you still got to do it either way. Or basically just shows that our product, our silver product, is more superior than yours. If you can't match those test demonstrations. There's more than one way to skin a cat, people. All right, sun's coming up. I'm going to be outside today. Guess we're going to be at Crow today. I'm going to be outside on my deck. Out there with the new Visible, because the Invisible's coming out now. Yeah, I get to go outside and play. So I'm going to be outside when the sun pops up and do some demonstrations. You're welcome to come out there and do a demonstration with me if you want. I would like the company. Come join me outside. And soon, by the end of this week, we will have the black version of that Invisible technology. And again, anytime I'm outside, come outside and meet, come join up with me and do some demonstrations together. But until then, like I said, back it up today. I want to see that room well lit, the same way you had it when you display color. I want that room well lit. I want to see doors open. If you want an extra light, so you can do that. I don't care. I want your projector pulled all the way back to the windows. I don't want you using that P. You can't use that ultra short though. You can do a long throw distance though, as we use. Pull back around 13 feet. Measuring tape must be exposed. Once you're measuring tape, let's see how far you're back. What else we got going? We need from you. Yeah, we need that Starfield demonstration. Be OLED. It can be Sony 4K. It has to be contrast only. No colors in there. Majority all contrast. We want to see it from beginning to end. Then we want to see you display a white level on that UV mix. Get a white screen, whatever. Put that UV mix in the middle of it. Show all white levels. Put the camera up close. You want to see up close. You see exactly how dark your levels are coming up. And then later on, you can meet me outside for the gamer. Because then on the gamer, we're going to do a color pattern demonstration outside, and we're going to do some contrast levels too. All right, so let's see if he basically sticks to this today. If he doesn't, then we all know where he stands at. And then you know why you shouldn't be giving them $107. All right, at the end of the day, yeah, $107 for a product that can't produce a contrast level. All right, I got to go. God bless.